All right, get started. Hello and welcome to library yoga, or otherwise known as barn yoga these days. I have Alexandria here with me. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes.
And will you tell them your last name if you would like?
Hollenshed-Clemens.
We're going to be doing some videos for you guys so that we can kind of get the library program up and running in the capacity that we are able to at this point in what is called the pandemic, or I'm just going to call it 2020 because it's just been a mess all year round. Find a comfortable seat. If you want blocks or books or pillows or blankets, things to prop yourself up on, find those. We're going to be here for about 10 breaths to kind of tap into ourselves and our practice. So once you find your comfortable seat, let the sit bones relax down, draw the shoulders down the back, and find a thoughtful place for your hands, either resting face down in your lap for more grounding, maybe face up. If you're in a moment or a season of reception, you can rest with the eyes opened or closed. If your eyes remain open, just find a soft gaze on the floor in front of you. And begin to breathe. Feel the inhale, the chest rise, the shoulders rise, and as you exhale, relax the shoulders down the back, draw the belly in. If you practice Ujjayi breath, you can begin to engage that here. It's the deeper breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose with a constriction in the back of the throat. It's as if you're going to fog up a mirror, breath out with the lips closed, and keep that as you inhale. Two more breaths here. Maybe setting an intention for your practice. What put you on the mat today? And how can you carry that intention off your mat? On the next inhale, we'll reach the hands up, let the palms touch, maybe look up. And as you exhale, draw the hands to the heart. One more inhale, reach up, letting the palms touch. This exhale, we're going to drop the left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. Draw the right shoulder down the back, press the right sit bone into the floor. Lengthen from the ribs up to the shoulder, reaching the fingertips over. Ribs come away from the hips as the hips ground down. Maybe take the gaze up towards the elbow if that's comfortable on the neck. Next inhale, reaches both hands up, maybe look up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. Again, same cues here, left sit bone down, left shoulder down. Extension from the fingertips out. Maybe look up. One more time on each side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, left hand goes down, right arm up and over. Next breath in, reach up. Exhale, opposite side. We'll add in a twist. On your inhale, reaching up. Exhale, right hand to the left knee. Left fingertips come behind you or maybe on the small of the back. Draw both shoulder blades in. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Take a gaze that's comfortable on the neck. You can look forward, you can look to your left, or you can gaze behind you. Next inhale, we'll reach both arms up. Exhale, twist the opposite side. Left hand to the left, or to the right knee, right fingertips behind you. Gaze wherever it's comfortable. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, twist the opposite side. Inhale, reaching up. We'll add in the side bends, left arm down, right arm up. Inhale to center, moving with the breath. Exhale to the right. Inhale comes to center. We'll move into the twist on the exhale to the left. Inhaling up. Exhale, opposite side. We'll move one more time through these movements. Pause and hang out anywhere you'd like. Something feels good, honor your body, and then catch up or skip it. Inhale reaches up. Exhale, opposite side. Twisting each way. Inhale reaches up. As you exhale, twist. One more, reach up through the middle. Exhale, twist. I lied. Next, reach up. Last one. Exhale the hands to the floor. We're gonna come over onto hands and knees. Remove any props from your mat. If they're not needed for hands and knees, you can always keep a blanket to pad the knees if your knees bother you when you're on hands and knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. It's a personal preference. Spread the fingers wide, press into the palms and press the floor away. Draw the crown of the head forward. Press the tailbone back, and on an inhale, we're gonna drop the belly, lift the heart, find cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, lift the back of the heart, find cat. Move with the breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We'll be here for 3 more rounds. Keep moving with your breath. Again, pause if it feels good somewhere. If you want to move a little bit more, taking some side bends, drawing one shoulder to the same side hip. Feel free to wag the tail. Inhale, cow. Exhaling, cat. On your next inhale, find that beginning neutral spine pressing into the floor. We're going to take the right leg up and behind us. You want the heel level with the hip. Press through the heel, flex the foot. Pressing into both hands. You can press into the top of the left foot to help take some pressure out of that left knee. You can stay here, or if you want to take it one step further, find some balance. Take the left hand forward, bicep beside the ears. Keep your gaze not at your hands, just a little in front of the fingertips on your mat to keep the neck long. Belly pulls in and up. As you exhale, bring all 4 to the floor. Next inhale, the left leg will go up and behind. Again, you want your heel in line with the hip or lower. Maybe take the right arm up, maybe not. Again, your practice, you decide what works best for you. Just because I say it does not mean you have to do it. Lengthen through the fingertips, lengthen through the left heel. Exhale, all 4 to the floor. Big toes together, knees as far apart as you like. Sit the hips back to the heels, finding child's pose. 3 breaths here. You can roll the wrists if that feels good. Find some time to breathe. Tap into yourself. Tap into the practice. On your next inhale, reaching the hands back forward if they went anywhere else. Press into the hands. Coming up to hands and knees, we're going to tuck the toes, send the tailbone up and back, finding downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is not a comfortable pose for you, maybe your wrists have issues, maybe you just don't feel like doing it today, anything we do from downward facing dog can be done from hands and knees. So be aware of that and modify as you need to. Press the hips up and back, press into the hands, extending from wrist to shoulder, shoulder to hip, lift the tailbone, and then relax the heels. 2 more breaths here. And now starting some movement. On the inhale, we'll come to hands and knees. Exhale, find child's pose. On your next in-breath, coming back through hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Continue to move in this action with your breath, finding stillness where you need it, finding pause and taking that time for yourself, and then move with the next breath. 2 more rounds, and then find stillness in whichever pose you feel is best for you in this moment. Be that downward facing dog, or child's pose, or maybe you take hands and knees. You can also always sit back on the heels and just sit up if that's most comfortable for you today. Wherever you are, find stillness. We'll be there for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, we'll bend the knees. Look between the hands. You can tiptoe. If you're ready, you can take a step or a hop. Find a forward fold at the front of your mat. Heels can be hip distance apart, maybe big toes together. Relax the head and neck. Let the hands fall or maybe cross elbows. Bend the knees as much as you need to. 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, bringing the hands to the floor. If you bent the elbows, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Maybe hands come to the shins, maybe the thighs. Draw the crown of the head forward, press the hips back, belly in and up. Exhale, fold. Another inhale like that. Inhale lifts the heart. Exhale, bows. On your next inhale, bend the knees, reach all the way up to standing. Arms reach up, maybe look up, belly pulls in. Exhale the hands to the heart or to the side. Find your mountain pose. Press down through all 4 corners of the feet. Lift and spread the toes. Activate the thighs. Feel the kneecaps pull up, shoulders draw down the back, belly pulls in. Remember your intention. Take a breath here. Next inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head draws forward. Exhale, folds. Inhale, reaches up, moving through half sun salutations. Exhale the hands to the heart, to the side, mountain pose. Inhale, reaches up, maybe look up. Exhale, folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, reach up. Lengthen the sides. Maybe draw the shoulders back, finding a bit of a back bend. Hands to the heart on the exhale, to the side if that's preferred. Inhale, reaches up. We'll add on here as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. As you exhale, fold, plant the hands, bend the knees a lot. Step 1 foot back at a time, find plank pose. For plank pose, there's lots of modifications. You can take hands and knees. You can scoot the knees back where the shoulders are still over the wrists. Tailbone points towards the heels. Belly pulls in and up. Full plank, tuck the toes. Your knees can come off the mat. 3 breaths wherever you are. Press the hands into the floor. Take a gaze towards the top of your mat rather than your hands, keeping the neck long. Heels press back towards the wall or whatever is behind you. Exhale, Exhale, come to hands and knees. Sit back, find child's pose. Again, this is an opportunity to roll the wrist. Maybe take the hands back to the heels, letting the shoulders round down. One more breath here. On your next inhale, reaching the hands back forward, come to hands and knees. Finding either modified or full plank position. Inhale, press into the floor, belly pulls in and up. On your exhale, we're going to lower the chest and heart all the way to the floor, belly comes down. Elbows squeeze in, press back, draw the shoulder blades together, press both feet down into the floor. On your inhale, lift the heart, find baby cobra. Gaze should be in front of you on the floor. Shoulder blades squeezing, maybe lift the hands to make sure your back is doing the work. Belly pulls in and up. Exhale, forehead to the floor. We'll move through Cobra 4 times. Take any variation you'd like. Hands pressed into the mat. You can take the hands wider if that's preferred. Elbows point back. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, folds. Move with your breath. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold. Belly's pulling in and up. Feet are pressing down. Keep protecting that low back. The last one, we'll lift up and pause. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Hands come back beneath the shoulders if they move. Tuck the toes, press up through either modified plank, hands and knees. We're coming back to child's pose. Putting the knees closer together in child's pose offers you a little more low back relief. If you'd like the knees wider apart, that tends to get more into your hips. So find where you feel most comfortable. One more breath. On your next inhale, hands and knees. Tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, pressing into the hands, lengthening from wrist to shoulder, shoulder to hips, and then the hips to the heels. Next inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, tiptoe, step or hop, find that forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up all the way to standing, lengthen the sides. Exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Moving through full sun salutation, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, bend the knees, find your version of plank. Lengthen through the crown of the head, press through the heels. Next exhale, we're going to find ourselves on our bellies. Bring the knees down, elbows point back, lower the chest and heart. Lengthen out through the legs, inhale, find cobra. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, lift up through hands and knees or plank to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, tiptoe, step or hop, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale, fold on the exhale. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, the hands to the side. Shoulders draw down the back, crown of the head reaches up. On your next inhale, we're going to reach up. As we exhale this time, we're going to take the hands behind us, clasping hands. You can clasp behind the back, you can clasp elbows, you can fist bump. Lots of options for your shoulders. Draw the shoulders down the back, lift the heart on an inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Relax the head and neck, shake the head yes and no. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, fold, plant the hands. Find your version of plank, or no version at all if you prefer. Next exhale, we'll lower to our bellies. Inhale, lift the heart, find a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. You can stay in down dog. You can move to child's pose. Honor your body. On your next inhale, we're going to take the right leg up and behind us. Lengthen through that right heel. Press the heel towards the ceiling, the wall behind you. Breathe. Press into both hands equally. Relax the left heel. On your exhale, we're going to step the right foot to the right wrist. Find warrior 1. Left heel plants down. Right knee is bent. Hands can come to the hips. Hands can come to the heart. Hands can reach up, bicep beside the ears. Wherever you are, find a stance that is wide enough but short enough so that that left hip can face as well as it can to the front. I like to stagger my feet. You can have alternate, I guess, heel to heel alignment where the right heel and left heel are in alignment. I stagger mine on railroad tracks because that's just my balance. I'm having a hard time just standing here right now, even with my railroad tracks. Shoulders draw down the back, fingertips reach up. Belly in, warrior 1. Breathe here. We're going to mix this into our sun salutation. So get a feel for the pose. Press down that left foot. Bend into the front knee. Nice job. Exhale, hands down. Right foot reaches back to meet the left. Your version of plank. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release, tuck the toes. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. You can always skip the lowering to the floor. The movement from child's pose to downward facing dog is also a good modification for your vinyasa. If you're feeling low energy, if your wrists are not feeling it, it's always an option. Next inhale, left leg lifts. Reach with that left heel towards the wall on the back, the ceiling. Relax the head and neck, the sky, wherever you're doing your yoga. Just reach up with that heel. Relax the right. Next exhale, we're going to step the left foot to the left wrist. Right foot plants down. Hands can come to the hips, to the heart. They can reach up. Breathe. Bend into that left knee. Press the left hip back so that right hip rotates. Belly pulls in. Shoulders draw down. Breathe. 2 more breaths here. Getting a feel for the pose so that as we move through our sun salutation, you'll know what this feels like. Exhale, the hands come down. Step the left foot to meet the right. Option of whatever movement you like. You can hang out in plank. You can move to child's pose. You can take it to the belly and find a back bend. This is your yoga. I'm just here to offer some suggestions. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Tiptoe, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaches up all the way to standing. Exhale, the hands to the heart, to the side. Find mountain pose. Deep inhale in, remembering that intention. And as you exhale, see if you can find something to let go of here. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step the right foot back. Find that warrior 1 stance. Either stagger your feet, line up the heels, inhale, reaches up. One breath here, exhale out. Next inhale, lengthen the side bodies, reach up, maybe reach back. Exhale, the hands come down. Left foot meets the right, plank pose. Any kind of movement you want in between, you can take downward facing dog, move to child's pose, the traditional vinyasa of cobra to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg lifts. As you exhale, step to the right wrist. Warrior one, opposite side. Inhale, reaches up. Bend into that front knee, press down the left foot, shoulders draw down. One more in-breath here, lengthen the sides, maybe back bend. Exhale the hands down. Step it forward to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up, lengthen the sides. Exhale the hands to the heart, to the side. A breath in mountain pose. Next inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, left foot steps back, warrior one. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, the hands come right back down. Right foot steps back to left. Take plank pose, take child's pose, take any movement you like. Lots of options. You can always hang out in any way, pose you like as well. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhaling, the left leg will lift. Exhale, step to the left wrist. Warrior one. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, the hands come down. Step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Press down to lengthen all the way up. Exhaling the hands to the heart, to the side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Refold, step back with the right foot, warrior one. We're gonna add on here, so maybe grab a book or a block for pyramid pose. Warrior one, you reach up, bending into that front knee, shoulders draw down the back. Next inhale, we're gonna straighten the front leg. As you exhale, keeping the hips, that left hip pressing back, right hip pressing forward. Lengthen through the heart, reaching the hands forward, bending halfway. On your next inhale, lengthen the fingertips. Exhale the hands maybe to the knee, the thigh, the shin, maybe your block or a book. Find where you can keep the belly pulled in and up, that left hip pressing back so that the hips are facing the floor. Still working that closed hip posture. Relax the head and neck. You want your belly to draw towards the left thigh, your chest and heart to reach for the left toes. One more breath here. A nice juicy hamstring stretch. Bending into the front knee, reach the arms back up, find warrior one. As you exhale, we're gonna take the hands behind us, find that clasp, either with the fingers, fist bump or elbows. Lengthen the heart up, maybe look up. As you exhale, take the left shoulder inside the left knee, relax the head. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, reaches back up, warrior one. As you exhale, both hands come down. Step the left foot to meet the right. Find a vinyasa, a choice of movement or no choice at all if you'd like to rest or hold. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, your right leg will lift. As you exhale, step the right wrist or foot to the right wrist. Left foot goes down. Inhale, warrior one. Pressing down the outer edge of that left foot. On your inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, heart reaches forward, bending halfway. Lengthen on an inhale. Exhale, take the hands where they'll reach. You want to keep that right leg straight as possible. Press the right hip back. Don't work to reach the floor. Use your props to bring the floor to you. Relax the head and neck. Draw the belly down towards the right thigh. Chest and heart towards the right toe. One more breath. Next inhale, bend into the front knee. We're going to reach back up, warrior one. Exhale, find that clasp behind you, opposite thumb on top. If you're clasping hands, lengthen the heart up. As you exhale, draw the right shoulder inside that right knee. Relax the head and neck. Press the right hip back. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, reaches up, warrior one. Exhaling, both hands down. Step left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Bend the knees a lot, let the chest and heart rest on the thighs. You can take the hands behind the legs and clasp elbows. You can keep the hands in front and clasp elbows. You can leave the hands dangling towards the floor or reaching for blocks. Find some place where you can find rest. On your inhale, releasing the hands, halfway lift. As you exhale, we're going to walk the hands to the right. Press back through the hips, reach that left hand, maybe at a diagonal, stretching the ribs on that left side. Relax the head and neck. On your next inhale, walk back to center. Lengthen, halfway lift. As you exhale, walk the hands to the right. Inhaling, come back to center, halfway lift. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, ground down through the feet, reach the arms up, come all the way to standing. Exhaling the hands to the heart, bringing the hands to the side, finding mountain pose. I wish I would have brought a towel out here. It's hotter than I expected. We're going to move into our standing poses. Drawing down through that left foot, we're going to kickstand the right foot for tree pose. You can keep your toes on the mat, keeping your foot pressing against the inside of that left leg. Maybe bring the right foot to the calf. You can always grab that right foot, maybe bring it to the thigh. Wherever you are, press leg into foot, foot into leg. Let that create some stability in the legs. Lengthen out of the hips. Take the hands to the side, to the heart. Maybe grow limbs reaching up. 3 breaths here. Belly's pulling in and up. Try not to hike up that right hip. I like to tell people we're not holding babies. It's usually what you do when you hold a child is hike up your hips so they have something to sit on. Exhale the hands to the heart. Draw the right foot down. Shake out the left leg. Roll the ankle if it feels good. You can sway back and forth between poses. Take a forward fold, take a sun salute, whatever you like. And we'll move on to the next side. Grounding down through the right foot. Kickstand the left. You can have the heel resting towards the ankle, maybe on the calf. Maybe bring that left foot up to the thigh. Leg presses into foot, foot into leg. Lift up out of the hips, lift the heart. Shoulders draw down, hands at the side on the hips, at the heart, maybe reaching up. You're rocking some balance here. You can maybe look up, Or maybe close your eyes. See what removal of a sense does to your sense of balance. One more breath here. Exhale the hands to the heart, left foot down, shaking out the right foot. You can sway side to side, move through a half sun salute. We're going to do two more, or one more on each side, but two more standing poses. We're going to find eagle pose. So still, we're going to ground down into that left foot. We're going to cross the right knee over the left. Sit the hips back like you're sitting in an imaginary chair. I like to keep my right toes on the mat. Some people with more skilled balance can probably wrap their foot, or maybe they have better ankle or knee flexibility, not better, different. Press the hips back. Just because someone can do something doesn't mean they're better than you, they're just different. Lengthen through the heart, hands come to the heart, maybe reach forward, maybe draw the hands up. Sitting back in the hips, lifting the heart. Now this isn't traditionally, I think these are chair arms rather than eagle arms, but I'm protecting my shoulder. If you like eagle arms, right hand on bottom, left hand over. You can give yourself a hug or bring the backs of the hands together. One more breath here, belly pulls in, legs are squeezing together. Next inhale, stand up, reach up. You can draw the right leg in and up and over. I'm going to take a wide stance, stepping on about the outside of my mat. Press down through both feet. On an inhale, reach the hands up. As you exhale, we're going to take a wide leg forward fold. Draw the crown of the head towards the floor. Relax the head and neck. Your hands can reach for your feet. They can reach for the floor or blocks. Maybe they can reach between the legs and behind. Next inhale, bring the hands under the face, halfway lift. As you exhale, fold, heel toe the feet together or step them in. Halfway lift on an inhale, refold on an exhale, reach the arms up, stand up. Exhale the hands to the heart, to the side. We'll find eagle pose on the opposite side. Grounding down the right foot, we'll cross the left knee over the right. Sit back in that right hip, left hip presses back, belly pulls in and up. Again, your toes can be kickstand. You can wrap the left ankle around the right calf. Heart lifts, shoulders draw down the back, hands can be in prayer. They can reach out in front or up. Or for eagle arms, left arm on bottom. You can give yourself a big bear hug, press the elbows away from the face, or come to full eagle with the forearms touching, maybe the palms touching. Belly pulls in, squeeze the thighs. Next inhale, we'll lengthen all the way up, uncross. Take any kind of fold you want. I'm going to go back to that wide leg fold, reaching the hands up, maybe look up as you exhale, fold. 3 breaths here, press the hips up. Relax the crown of the head. Relax the neck. On your inhale, hands beneath the face. We'll take a twist here, leaving the left hand on the floor or on a block. Right hand comes to the right hip. Keep the hips steady here as you draw the right shoulder and elbow towards the ceiling. You could shift your hand to the low back, or maybe reach the right hand towards the ceiling. Lengthen from crown of the head to the hips. Make sure that left hip didn't dip, so that right hip is still facing the mat. Breathe. As you exhale, untwist, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Right hand stays down this time. Left hand comes to the hip. Maybe it rotates to the low back. Draw that left shoulder up, right shoulder twist in the ribs rather than the low back and the lumbar spine. Maybe take the left hand towards the ceiling. Maybe leave it on the low back. Exhale, release. On your inhale, halfway lift. As we exhale, we'll heel toe the feet together and forward fold. Inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. We're going to step back with the right foot. Draw that right knee down. Again, if you need a blanket underneath that right knee for batting, bring your blanket back onto your mat. Taking a low lunge here, we're going to sink into that left hip. Your hands can come to the left thigh. Lift the heart. Maybe you reach the hands up. Feeling a quad stretch in the right leg. Press down into that left foot. Create some opposition as you press down into the right knee as well. Exhale, take both hands inside the left leg. Walk the left foot to the left. Find the edge of your mat maybe, so that both hands can come into the inside of the mat. Maybe you prop your hands up on a block. Maybe you take it down to forearms. Find what works best for you. If you're on your hands and your wrists are bothering you, maybe find fists. Press down into the floor. Construction next door, so it might get a little loud. Both hands press into the mat. Tuck the back toes. Right leg lifts. The left foot's going to step back to meet the right. Move through any vinyasa that you like. I'm going to bend the knees and take child's pose. Inhale, coming back to center. Tuck the toes, find downward facing dog. On your inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee. Finding that low lunge, we're going to bring the hands to the knee. Maybe you can keep the hands on the mat, lift the heart. Maybe reach the arms up if that's comfortable on your shoulders. Press into that right foot. Let the hips sink. Next, exhale, bring the hands down inside the right leg. Walk the right foot over. Find your version of lizard. Leg can be down, forearms can be down. Maybe you're on blocks. Wherever you are, breathe. Remember intention. Bring the hands back to the mat if they were anywhere else. Tuck the back toes. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Find movement of your choice. And we will make our way onto our backs. Alexandra, if you want to put your head at the top of your mat, I think that would be the best angle for not showing your bottoms. Draw the knees into the chest when you make your way onto your back. Rock side to side, back and forth. You can draw circles. We're going to have a short cool down and a savasana of your own so that we are not getting the sounds of construction. Bring the right knee in. Left foot can place on the mat or maybe straighten that left leg. This is not ideal. As you exhale, right knee goes to the right. Keep pressing down the left side of the body. Press down that left foot, left hip, left shoulder. On your inhale, draw the right knee to center. As you exhale, we're gonna shift the hips a little to the right so that when we roll to the left, our hips and our shoulders are still in alignment, straight spine. Right knee comes to the left. Maybe the right shoulder stays on the mat. If not, bring the right hand to the hip so that right arm can relax. You can take a gaze over the right shoulder. On your inhale, come back to center, shift the hips back. Right foot plants, left knee comes in. You can leave the right leg bent. You can straighten the right leg. As you exhale, draw the left knee out towards the left. Right side is planted down, right hip, right foot, right shoulder. As you inhale, left knee draws back to center. We're going to shift the hips a little to the left so that we can roll onto that right side. Try to square the shoulders. That left shoulder may be able to reach the mat. If so, maybe reach the left arm out. If that left shoulder is not on the mat, bring the left hand to the hip. Maybe look left. On your inhale, come back to center. Shift the hips back to the middle. Plant both feet, setting up for bridge. Your knees are bent about hip distance apart. Arms are down by the side. Press down through the upper arm bones, down through the hands. Press down through the feet on an inhale. Hips lift. You can always do more restorative bridge, putting a block or a stack of books under the sacrum to keep the low back supported. Act as though there's a block between the thighs and you want to squeeze in on that block. Press down through the hands. 2 more breaths here.
My heart supported bridge.
It's the best. Any supported anything is the best. And whenever you're ready, slowly release. Again, you can hold as long as you want. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock side to side, back and forth, circles. Whatever it is that feels good. We'll make our way into Shavasana. If you have an inversion practice and you're doing those at home, feel free to do whatever it is you feel like before you take your Shavasana. Find a place where you can relax on the mat for those of you that are working your way there. Shoulders relaxed. Knees can be bent. If your low back gives you problems, just separate the feet wide and let the knees fall in on each other. Maybe you let the feet come together, the knees splay out in a Supta Baddha Konasana. Or you might take the legs straight. You can always take Shavasana on your side or on your belly. You just want to be someplace where you can shut down the brain, let the body absorb the work it just did, and breathe. Because we don't want to shut down our brain, because then that means we're not breathing, but just acknowledge the thoughts and let them pass. Stay right where you're at. Letting any thoughts pass by like floating clouds. Thank you for joining us today. I want to continue to see you guys in these videos. We appreciate your time. Have a great day.